How many people don't have this?
I'm not having it, sir.
Sirish?
Yes, sir. I'm not having it.
Okay. Ravi garu, please mute. Sirish, Anjali, Annie. Okay, can anybody please send that URL to URL now? That mega engine URL where we have all the documents.
Forward in the group, sir.
Okay. Right. So you can download from here, right? Done. So metadata, once again, what is metadata? Data about data or structure of data is called metadata. So building metadata in FCCS is easy when compared to HFM because the most important dimension is account dimension. It is already half of the account dimension is already built. When you create an application, automatically all the hierarchy parent members like balance sheet, current assets, current liabilities, etc. All the headings are already given. So you have to create only base members. So when compared to HFM, it is very easy. So we'll go to dimensions. So click on navigate and then dimensions. Here you can see all the dimensions. So in this metadata chapter, we will see each and every attribute for all dimensions, and then we will see how to load the metadata, and we will see how to refresh the database. Okay. So see account dimension. When you click on this one, you will see all the dimensions. First we will start with year dimension. See, click on year dimension. So how do we get the years? Directly from creating the application, right? So when you create the application, first thing we do is we give the start year and then end year. So see, when you see it here, you can see edit button. So when I click on any year and when I click on edit button, there is nothing to do here. Name, alias, data storage. So what is data storage? What is two pass calculation? What is right? We'll discuss all these things in account dimension. Okay. So for every dimension, you will see the same properties. Okay. So okay. Now can I add a new year here? You can see plus. So right, we'll add some years here. So add years. So 2022, right? We'll add up to 2015, FY15. So how many years we need? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 8 years. So I'll put 8. When I click on OK here, see, it will ask, do you wish to add years to the end? If I put no, it will add to the start years. If I click yes, this FY30 will become 38. So I am clicking no here. See now. So when I click no, it will add to the start year. See FY14, right? FY14 to FY30. Done. Now I want to remove some years. Yes, click on remove 1. I want my year starting from 2015. So 1. Click OK. No. See, it will delete FY14 now. Done. I want to add 32. Yes, click on add or 32. 2 years. Okay. Now I put yes. Do you wish to add years to the end? Yes, it will become 32. FI32. See? Everybody understood, right? So unlike HFM in FCCS, you can add years to starting of the year and as well as end of the year also. Yes, you can add both the years. Everyone clear? Yes or no?
Sir, if data is available, then also can remove the data here, sir.
If data is available, I guess yes. So why don't we test right now? Right. So I'm opening an Excel sheet. Yes. Then smart view panel connect. Yes. Ad hoc analysis. So here we'll see how many years we can see here because we have added the years but we did not refresh the database, right? So whether it will show or not, we'll see. So FY14, right? So INDA, India, CSH cash, ACTUL actual. Somebody has logged in. Just give me 1 second. Yes. View PRIODAC periodic currency entity currency movement CHAN changes in cash DATA INPUT input sorry input intercompany no intercompany multi gap local gap yeah sorry and we put Jan here. Okay, refresh. See FI14 it did not recognize because we have to refresh the database. Whenever you change the data, I mean metadata, you have to refresh the database. Okay, refreshing the database.
సార్ ఎక్స్క్యూజ్ మీ సార్
Ah,
సార్ మనం అప్లికేషన్ క్రియేషన్ అప్పుడు స్టార్టింగ్ ఇయర్ ఎండింగ్ ఇయర్ అప్పుడు సార్ ఎండింగ్ ఇయర్ తర్వాత ఇయర్స్ యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు బట్ పాస్ట్ ఇయర్స్ యాడ్ చేసుకోవడానికి లేదన్నారు కదా సార్
అది HFM లో, not in FCCS. Okay, in HFM you cannot add start years. Okay, you can add only end years. But in FCCS you can do both.
ఓకే
Late గా వచ్చారా?
No.
Okay, finish. Now when you go and when you refresh here, refresh. So we'll add some data. Actual periodic entry currency changes in cash data input years. Still right? So refresh. Okay, there is no FI14, right? There is FI32. Refresh. Okay, done. Okay, years, we'll remove this years and then we'll refresh. It will accept FI32, right? So January, why it grayed out? No intercompany, local gap, laptops, data input, changes in cash, entity currency, data input, entity input, no intercompany, local gap. So it should be enabled, right? Okay, so we have to go to scenario dimension, and in scenario dimension, right, our start end year is 30 only. So right, go to this and put this as 32. Now you are able to, you need not refresh the database now. for this one. Refresh. Then I'll enter some 999. Okay. Submit data. We have data, right? Now we'll delete 2031 and we'll see what happens. I mean 2032. FI32. How do I know whether there is data in particular year, particular month? Anybody? HFM people who knows HFM, they can tell. How do I know whether there is a data in particular entity or particular year, particular period, particular scenario? I cannot
Sir,
create.
like it is a suppress or something, it will apply, sir, here.
How do I know as a whole? Because I cannot check each and every cell and I cannot create each and every grid for each and every entity, right? In HFM, there is one place where we can see everything, whether data is entered or not. Where is that? Sir, people are not practicing, I guess. Old students, at least. Vijay, Venmadhav, Vijay, Amareswar, Subaraji garu.
Consolidation grid. If we enter some data, right, at the particular year.
Consolidation grid or process management, right? So likewise, here also there is a consolidation grid already given. So go to Oracle middleware, go to data. Here there is a status given, consolidation status. See? Data status. When you click on this one, here it will show impacted. So FI32, see FI32. Go. Now see impacted, you see impacted, right? Normally you see no data, but here impacted. Where did we enter the data? Impacted, see? So by seeing this, you can always tell whether data is entered or not. For entire year it will show, see? Clear? Same thing you can do it in HFM also, consolidation grid or process management, it will show the yellow color, right? CH means system changed.
Sir, here also we have any suppress items in the sense of
Yeah, in every grid, in every form, you can put that one suppress options. No issues, okay?
no, sir.
Right. So
I can see only impacted items.
but here it is consolidation grid, right? In forms and only you can see that suppress data Excel grids.
Okay.
In forms and Excel grids, you can see that suppression. Yesterday we discussed it, right?
Yes,
in
sir,
in form details.
Yes, sir. But in the process management, but can we see?
Process management, it should not be suppressed 100%. Even in HFM also you cannot do that. There is no point in suppressing there.
Okay.
Right? So 100% it should show all the entities irrespective of its data. Right? We'll go to year dimension now here. So I'll click on delete button. So I'll put on 2. Okay, means last 2, right? Yes. See, deletion of FI32 member failed. Member might be referenced elsewhere in application. Yes, it means it has data, right? So you cannot delete that. Clear, everyone? If you are having some data, it is not possible to delete. Everyone clear? Now, so cancel this one, go to this and make it as 0. Even 0 is a data. So, right, so how do I, okay, go to options. There is in data options, there is submit 0, yes. So we'll do one thing, we'll remove everything and then we'll submit no data. Done. Now we'll delete and we'll see. So click on delete and put 2. Okay, yes. Still you cannot delete because it is already
scenario we have selected the 32, right?
Yes. Yes, correct. 1 minute. We'll do one thing. We'll enter some data here. 999 Again submit. It is saying that it is not saying that the data is existing, right? So go to scenario dimension. So here select this, click on edit button, and here put it as 30. Yes, click save button. Now go to here dimension, right click on delete 2. Elsewhere 32. Where did we mention that? Oh, sorry, it deleted 9. Okay. 1 minute. Add 4. Yes. Yes. Okay. Add 4. No. Done. Delete 4. No. Yes. Okay, again delete 2. Yes. Where did it is referencing? Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll come here. Now we'll make it as delete that and submit. Alright, now delete 2. Yes. Yes. No. Member might be referenced. Okay. How do I? Oh, sorry. Sorry. 1 minute. I am also confusing. Right click on add button to no. Right. So how do I check that whether it is referenced? So see here, when you go to here, when you go to right click, not right click, when you go to here, actions, show usage. It is not referenced anywhere, but still it is showing an error message. So FI30, actions, uses, even it is not uses. So 1 minute, we'll go to the scenario dimension. There only we mentioned, right, scenario FI last year. Okay, it is not saved, I guess. FI30 save. FI28, yes, FI30. So now we'll try to delete and we'll see. Okay, years, delete 2 years. Okay, yes, done. See, okay, you have to delete from scenario, right? We are clear now, right? How to add years, how to delete years.
ఇందాక సార్ సినారియోలో 32 పెట్టి మనం ఇక్కడ డిలీట్ చేసేటప్పుడు 2 ఇస్తున్నాం. 31, 32 రెండు డిలీట్ చేయమంటున్నాం, అందుకని డిలీట్ కాలేదు లా ఉంది సార్.
And then yes, a small mistake. I guess we confused it. So yes, you can delete it. Even though there is data also, I guess you can delete. Clear? Right. So this is called years. We'll go to periods now. So there is a concept called year total also. See, all years, add all years. This is not applicable in FCCS. Okay, in FCCS we don't use this. This is used by PBCS, EPBCS or PBCS. Planning people, they regularly use this all years. But in FCCS, we never add 2 or 3 years. We never add year total. Everyone clear? This is called year dimension in FCCS. Any doubts in year dimension?
సార్ ఇక్కడ మనం ఇయర్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా మాన్యువల్గా. ఇక్కడ
అవును,
ప్రొఫైల్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు మనం కొన్ని ఇయర్స్ ఇచ్చుంటాం కదా.
ఎస్.
ఈ ఎఫెక్ట్ ప్రొఫైల్లో కూడా చూపిస్తుందా సార్?
There is no concept of profile again
ఓకే ఓకే
here.
సరే కరెక్ట్ దీంట్లో ఒకటే ప్రొఫైల్
Correct, yes. There is no concept of profile file separately in FCCS, unlike HFM. Clear?
ఓకే
Right. So we'll go to period dimension now. Go to period. Same. You see, big balance. We never use this big balance. Okay, that is nothing but no period. So in HFM, without scenario, or HFM or FCCS, without scenario, without year, and without period, you cannot do anything. Clear? So these three are mandatory dimensions for every task. Account dimension, without account dimension, yes, we can do something. Without entity dimension, yes, we can do something. Without custom dimension, yes, we can do something. But without scenario, year and period, we cannot do anything in FCCS. So there is no concept of visual big balance. But this is used by again EPBCS people. Okay. So yes, year total Q1, H1, Q1, and then months. So every month, yes, you can see when you click on edit button, all are grayed out. See, alias name you can give it as P1 or M01 or JNURY January. Yes, it's up to you as per your convenience. Remaining all right, leave default. We never use it. But here there is enable for approvals. Yes, we regularly take this one. This is used for process management. Clear? So yes, enable for approvals. We take this one. Remaining everything leave default. Okay, and UDA member formula we don't use in period dimension. So we will understand what is UDA, what is member formula. Okay, for period we use only name, not even description is grayed out. See, alias default and alias. Alias, yes, you can put JNUR January or P01 or M01 means period 01 or period month 01, etc. That's it. This is called period. There is no need of explanation in for period. Any doubt in period? So by default, see, it will come when you put Q1 Jan to March, right? Start period and end period. You need not even put this one. So we'll go to view dimension. Yes, for the view dimension, you need some explanation. So here you see FCCS periodic. Yes, see, I can see it is grayed out. Adding sibling and child is grayed out. Means you cannot create your own members in view dimension, period dimension. YTD, yes, QTD, yes, there is YTD input. So far, while creating the grids, I always asked you to select periodic, right? Why? Because that is the easiest thing. Yes, you cannot enter data in YTD. If you want to enter data in YTD, you have to enter in YTD input. So we'll create a grid for this one, right? So where is for this one? I told you, right? We use metadata grids, FCCS metadata grids. This one, this notes, you should have these notes now. So once the metadata chapter is completed, then I'll give this one. If there is any changes, right? So when you right click here, you can see YTD input, right? See. So this is the notes. You need not write the notes. See. If you want to enter data in periodic, you can can see and then enter the data. So if you want to enter data, you cannot enter the data in YTD, you can see the data. In periodic also, you can see the data, but you cannot enter. YTD input, you can enter the data, but you cannot see. We'll see that one. So click on ad hoc analysis, console, reuse the contents and POV. See, everything is grayed out. Why? Maybe in scenario dimension we did not start the year. So go to scenario dimension. So what is my starting year? So click on edit button. My starting year should always be FI15 and this should always be FI30. So done. For this one you need not refresh the database. Okay, so refresh here. See, can I enter? See, here I have taken a grid with FI15 January, FI15 February, FI15 March and Q1. So yes, I will enter some 100 in 100, salaries 100, February 100, March 100. When I submit data, yes, I can see 100, 100, 100. 300. See, I can see the same value in YTD, I can see the same value in QTD also. So 100 in YTD February, I can see 200. In YTD March, I can see 300. Correct? This is the behavior is correct only, right? Then can I enter data in YTD input? Yes. See, here I will enter 200. Here I have to enter 300. Here I have to enter 400. Now see, when you submit the data, it will immediately disappear. See? See? Here you see 200, 300, 400. Clear? So in YTD input is corely used for loading the data, whereas YTD is used for seeing the data. Everyone clear? Yes or no? Everyone understood? Yes or no? Please confirm. Shirish, Anjali, Annie.
Sir, where we are using this kind of YTD input?
Where?
Where we are using this YTD input, sir?
For loading the data, right? When you load the data from FDME, you always select YTD input. Clear? Right. So this is called view dimension. So in view dimension, you see some other system defined members also. When you go to view, here you can see YTD rule and QTD rule. These are used for copying the data. Back end, there might have written the rules. Whenever you are entering the data in YTD input, immediately it is copying to QTD and YTD, right? That is the reason they are using this rule. Okay, you cannot see this one, what is the rule, logic, everything, but they use this system defined YTD rule and QTD rule. This is called view dimension. Any doubt in view dimension? Yes or no? Any doubt? So here you are.
Sir, can you explain more on the YTD input?
YTD input is used for loading the data, entering the data. YTD is used for seeing the data. See, when you enter the data here, immediately if I enter 500 here, what happens? You can submit the data, but immediately after submitting the data, this YTD rule, right? It will copy the data from YTD input to YTD. See? It will disappear from YTD input. Here you can see 500. So automatically your periodic balance will change 200.
సార్ వైటీడీ యూజ్ చేసేది లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ డేటా కన్సల్టేట్ అయిన తర్వాత లాస్ట్లో ఒక ఫిగర్ వస్తుంది, ఆ ఫిగర్ని మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ దాంట్లో వైటీడీలో ఎంటర్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తామా?
No. We always load YTD data in FDME. Okay, trial balance. అసలు మీకు YTD అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసా?
ఇయర్ టు డేట్ అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు లాస్ట్ మంత్ వరకు ఎంతైతే వాల్యూ ఉందో ఆ వాల్యూని వైటీడీ అంటారు.
Yes, that is called YTD. Nothing but end balance is called YTD. Yes, we load end balance only. FDME, we never use periodic balance. We never load periodic balances. Okay.
అదే సార్, అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇప్పుడు 2022లో ఉన్నాము, 2022లో ఉన్నాము. మనము 2022 స్టార్ట్ ఇయర్లో అనుకుంటే మనము Y2D 21 తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ కింద ఇక్కడ ఎంటర్ చేస్తామా 21?
అలా ఎందుకు చేస్తామండి? అసలు లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ డేటా ఎందుకు లోడ్ చేస్తాం మనం?
అప్పుడు 2022 అనుకుని 21 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ ఇయర్ అయితే 21 డేటా ఇక్కడ ఎంటర్ చేస్తాం సార్.
2022లో 2021 ఎందుకు చేస్తాం సార్ అసలు మనం?
స్టార్ట్ ఇయర్ కదా సార్, స్టార్ట్ ఇయర్ 21. అంటే ఇప్పుడు వైటీడీ ఇన్పుట్ ఓన్లీ ఒకే ఒక కాలం, ఒక రో, ఒక కాలమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఒక రో ఉంది. సో ఈ రోలో మనము ఒకే డేటా ఎందుకు ఎంటర్ చేస్తాము?
No sir, YTD means it includes last month data also. For example, if you are loading January data, it will be January data only. When you are loading February data, it includes January data. Clear? Last year we never touch the last year. We are discussing about view dimension, right? So last year December balances will come as a opening balances for all income statement items. Okay? మీకు అసలు ఇన్కమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్కి బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్కి తేడా తెలుసా? Do you know the difference between income statement and balance sheet?
Yes sir.
Income statement will have only the values for the current year, whereas balance sheet will have the values from starting of the company in incorporation. Clear? So when you load salaries, it means January salaries only. It doesn't include last year December salaries. When you load land, it includes last year land also. Clear? ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా మీకు? సార్ డిడ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్?
సార్ అంటే నాకు అర్థం, ఇప్పుడు ఒకే ఒక కాలం ఇచ్చి మనం ఒక సెల్ ఇచ్చి దీంట్లో ఎంటర్ చేయమంటే ఏ వాల్యూ అనేది తీసుకుని ఎంటర్ చేస్తామండి? అంటే
ఇక్కడ సెల్ మీకు ఒక సెల్ ఒక కాలం అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నారు మీరు? నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. మీరు సి ఇన్ ది స్క్రీన్ వాట్ ఈస్ కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ యూ ఇన్ ది స్క్రీన్? So this is January. Here I put star marks, right? It means this is the column you have to concentrate. January, February, March. This 200 is January data. This 100 is February data. This 200 is March data. So total 200 plus 100 is equal to 300 YTD balance. 300 plus 200 is equal to 500 YTD balance. Total Q1 is 500.
ఓకే సార్, జస్ట్ నా అండర్స్టాండ్.
అర్థమైంది కదా ఇప్పుడు?
అర్థం సార్. అంటే జస్ట్ నేను జనవరి, ఫిబ్రవరి, మార్చ్ ఈ రో మర్చిపోయాను. నేను అసలు మొత్తానికి ఈ రో మర్చిపోయి నేను ఓన్లీ ఇయర్ అంతా ఎంటర్ చేస్తామా అని కాన్సెప్ట్లో ఉండిపోయాను. ఓకే సార్.
అందుకే నేను మీకు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వకుండా ఇక్కడ మీకు స్టార్ మార్క్స్ ఇచ్చాను. వేర్ ఎవర్ యూ సీ ద స్టార్ మార్క్స్, రైట్, అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ లైన్ ఈస్ ద హీరో. క్లియర్? ఇప్పుడు ఈ గ్రిడ్ మొత్తానికి హీరో ఎవరు? హూ ఇస్ ద హీరో ఫర్ దిస్ గ్రిడ్?
పీరియాడిక్.
This one, ninth means period is the hero. So likewise every, right, I put star marks like this. Okay, see, so that you will understand the concept. See, wherever, for example, if you take other majority of the members, when you see consolidation dimension here also, right, I put, right, stars, so that you will understand. No issues. Okay, so view dimension everybody understood, right? Yes or no? Please ask any doubts. Malli once again I am saying, once again. So when you ask doubts, right, for example year dimension, normally I conclude year dimension in 5 minutes, but today somebody asked, right, if the data is there, what happens? I never tried that. We tried, right? So please keep asking doubts, then we can elaborate and we can discuss. So are we good for with view dimension? Yes or no? Yes. Anjali, Suresh, Annie?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, right, we'll go to Nirishakar Advanatena.
Sir.
Next. So this is called view dimension. So year dimension is completed, period dimension is completed, view dimension is completed. What is the next easy dimension? So look, click on this. First we'll complete the all easy dimensions, multi-gap. Write down next, multi-gap. So you can write down the notes for from now onwards. Multi-gap. First point, it is used for multi-gap. It is used for two alternate reportings. So for example, you want to report in IFRS as well as GAAP, right? So how do you achieve that one? In HFM, I have to create a hierarchy for separately like this. When you go to HFM metadata, see, when you go to HFM metadata, when you go to data type, here I manipulated that both the hierarchy. See, gap hierarchy, IFRS hierarchy. So in gap hierarchy, I have form, FDME, CAL, journal. IFRS also I have that. So in FCCS it is not like that. Simply we load data in local gap. See, and if any adjustments we do under FCCS and underscore adjustments, together it will be IFRS. A very, very simple mechanism. So if you want to report in IFRS, you have to select your parent member as IFRS in reporting studio. If you want to report in local gap,
nothing to create, sir.
Local gap. Sorry?
It's already predefined, right? In the FCCS.
It's predefined. You don't need to do anything. See? You don't need to do anything. So see? IFRS, local gap, we load the data in local gap. If you want to do any adjustments, you can do adjustments in FCCS underscore adjustments. Together it will be IFRS. A very, very simple. So when you click on this edit button here also, all all these are grayed out. We never use this one. So we use name, description, alias table, alias. That's it. Remaining
Sir,
everything is grayed out.
quick
Yeah.
questions.
Yes, sir.
సార్ ఇది ఇప్పుడు ఐఎఫ్ఆర్ఎస్ గ్యాప్ అంటున్నాం కదా మనం.
Uh-huh.
సో వాళ్ళ స్టాండర్డ్స్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటాయి కదా.
అవును.
సో మనం మల్టీ గ్యాప్ రిపోర్టింగ్ అని చెప్పి అప్లికేషన్లో క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. రూల్స్ అనేది మనం ఎక్కడ అప్డేట్ చేయం కదా. ఓన్లీ ప్యూర్లీ ద డేటా వుడ్ బి కమింగ్ యాజ్ పర్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాప్, రైట్, విచ్ విల్ బి లోడింగ్.
So if you remember the application creation, there when you are ticking multi-gap, there are options. Yes with manual adjustments. Second one is yes with calculated. Means you can write a rule file also. You can write the logic and you can update the values. But for rule, you need the logic, right? So I did not opt for rule. I opted for yes with manual adjustment. So that whatever the difference between gap and IFRS, right? That difference I'll post as adjustment here. Clear?
ఓకే సార్.
సుబ్రత్ గారు అర్థమైనట్టేనా?
యా.
సార్ మాన్యువల్ అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్స్ పెట్టకుండా మళ్ళీ పెట్టగలమా సార్ ఒక్కసారి క్రియేట్ అయిన తర్వాత?
అర్థం కాలేదు ఏంటండి?
మాన్యువల్ అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్స్ మనము సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోకుండా మనం ఓన్లీ లోకల్ గ్యాప్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం, తర్వాత అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ పెట్టుకోగలమా సార్?
ఇంకా పెట్టుకోలేం. వన్స్ యూ ఆప్టెడ్ ఫర్ నో మల్టీ గ్యాప్, రైట్, యూ కెనాట్ డూ దట్. It is one time activity again. Clear? This is called multi-gap, very simple mechanism. So sir, here you are seeing,
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, here it's calling as the FCCS local gap. It is nothing but US gap, Indian gap, like that, or?
Yes, local gap, Indian gap. For India, it is Indian accounting standards. For UK, it is UK gap, etc. For US, it is US gap.
Okay, we will load the data.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So this is called multi-gap. Next. So here see, you are seeing some icons here, right? What is this icon? Refresh database. What is this icon? Show usage. What is this icon? Show usage, right? Means whenever you use this in any grids or forms, right, it will show. And there is some security also. Where is security? Right? I'll show you. In security chapter, we'll discuss how to give security. Okay. Right. So we'll go to next dimension. Entity dimension. Or currency dimension. Put heading currency dimension. Currency dimension. Okay. One quick question for all of you. In building HFM metadata, I'm asking about HFM metadata, not about FCCS metadata. In building HFM metadata, what is the first thing you create?
First, we need to define the currencies.
First, we need to define the currencies. What happens if you don't define the currencies?
Consolidation will not happen.
Consolidation will not happen.
No. You cannot even load the metadata. Clear?
You need to define first reporting currencies.
All currencies, whether it is reporting currency or input currency or source currency or target currency. First thing you have to define the currencies, then only you can load the metadata. Or you cannot load metadata or application settings. It is not possible. But in here, in FCCS, even though if you don't create any currencies, right, when you put all the different currencies in entities, right, it will take USD as default currency. You can still load the metadata in FCCS. Everyone clear? The difference between HFM currencies and here is, in HFM, every currency you have to create. But in FCCS, while creating the application, it is asked the main currency, right? You have to tick that one. That's it. Now, if I put India as INR, Japan as JPY, and I loaded the metadata without defining the currencies here, then what happens? That entity INR will automatically convert to USD. It will take USD as the default currency. Clear? So yes, how do we input create the currencies? By default, this USD will come. See, by default, this USD will come, because while creating the application, we put our main currency as USD. Remaining everything I created. So how do I create? See, click on add currency, right? Click on add currency. Here you cannot put your own currency like XXX, XYZ, etc. It is not possible. In HFM, yes, I can create a currency with my own currency code ABC, XYZ, PQR, etc. But here you have to select from the currency list. Here they have given all the currencies. So you have to select from this currency list. For example, Turkish lira, TRY. Yes, click save button. Now when you are saving, you can put it as reporting currency. When I take this reporting currency, right, automatically this will be formed as reporting currency. 1 minute, I am cancelling this. See, in reporting currencies, how many currencies I can say? USD reporting and UR reporting. Automatically this underscore reporting will come automatically. So click on add button and TRY, right? So where is my TRY? Turkish lira. Then I'm taking as a reporting currency. Click save button. That's it. See. Now when you expand currency, when you expand input currency, I can see TRY and I can see reporting currencies as TRY. See, TRY underscore reporting. A simple mechanism, but you have to understand one thing. This TRY when you edit, right? So alias TRY. When I put TRY, system will be a little bit confused about your reporting currency TRY and here. So here I have to, for USD I put R, right? Likewise you have to change the alias name of your reporting currency. Remaining everything is as it is. Clear? So can I remove this? Click on edit button. See, I don't do anything here. So what do I do? When you go to this Turkish here in under input currencies, tick this, and when you go to currency here you untick this reporting currency, save. Now it will be deleted from reporting currency. See, can I delete this now? Yes, even you can delete the currency. Yes, that's it. This is called input currency and reporting currency. So remaining whatever the attributes you are seeing, right, all these are default. As per your country, you can put either dollar symbol or pound symbol or rupee symbol or thousand separator, decimal separator. As per the client requirement, we'll put this one. Okay, we never touch this normally. So okay, input currencies, reporting currencies. What is no currency? I told you, right? For some of the activities like consolidation, process management, for these you don't need currency. So we use no currency. What is entity currency? Yes, this is the thing regularly we use. Every time we use entity currency only. So when you are doing the translation, when the translation is completed, then you can always check your balances in parent currency. This mechanism did not change from HFM. Same entity currency, parent currency. There is no concept of parent here. So we always use entity currency. Whenever you want to see the translated values, then you have to use parent currency, or directly you can use reporting currency also. It's up to you. This reporting currency and parent currency, there is no difference. Clear? Everyone, this is called currencies. So how do I create a currency here? Simple, click on add button. How do I delete?
సార్ ఒకసారి కరెన్సీ అంటే మెటాడేటా లోడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత డిఫాల్ట్గా ఇన్పుట్ కరెన్సీ, రిపోర్టింగ్ కరెన్సీ, నో కరెన్సీ, ఎంటిటీ కరెన్సీ ఇలా అన్నీ వచ్చేస్తాయి సార్, లేదంటే ఓన్లీ రెండే వస్తాయి, ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్ రిపోర్టింగ్?
ఎక్కడ
అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక మెటాడేటా లోడ్ చేసాం అనుకోండి సార్,
ఆటోమేటికలీ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ కమ్.
డిఫాల్ట్గా ఏమవుతుంది సార్?
Default only, it will come as only USD and then USD reporting. That's it.
నో కరెన్సీ అనేది మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాం.
No currency will come. It's a system defined member.
Okay, entity currency also.
Entity currency, parent currency also system defined member. See, how do you find whether it is system defined member or user defined member? A simple solution. Anybody?
FCCS
Usually it would be FCCS, right?
No, it may not be always FCCS underscore, because for actual data, again, it is a system defined member. Actual scenario, actual.
గ్రే కలర్ లో ఉంటే సిస్టమ్ డిఫైన్డ్ మెంబర్ సార్.
Where is gray color? There is no gray color here, right?
click on entity currency.
Yes, click on entity currency. Yes.
Double click, sir. Double click.
Double click edit.
Yes, edit.
No, it is not like that.
Okay.
Very, very simple. I'll tell you. So when this delete button is grayed out,
Okay.
that is system defined member. Okay. Means all system defined members you cannot delete. See, for example, if I want to delete GBP, can I delete?
Yes. Yes.
Can I delete no currency?
No.
Can I delete entity currency?
No.
Can I delete parent currency? Can I delete input currencies? No. Can I delete USD? Yes. Okay. So,
సార్ ఇంకో
likewise,
చిన్న డౌట్ ఇప్పుడు ఇన్పుట్ కరెన్సీలో యూఎస్డి వచ్చింది అన్నారు కదా, నేను ఫస్ట్ కరెన్సీ నేను ఎంటర్ చేసింది ఐఎన్ఆర్ ఎంటర్ చేస్తే ఐఎన్ఆర్ డిఫాల్ట్గా తీసుకుంటారు సార్, ఐఎన్ఆర్ రిపోర్టింగ్ కరెన్సీ తీసుకుంటారా?
yes. Yes, correct. So while creating the application, it will ask for the main currency. There we will select the main currency. Okay.
ఓకే.
This is called currencies. So there is no much explanation for this currency. So here you are seeing one more icon here. Assign access. We will see this in security. How to give security to currencies. We will discuss in security chapter. Okay, security and approvals chapter. So remaining everything you understood, right? What is this one? Custom attributes. For currency there will not be any custom attributes. For account we will see that. This is show ancestors. Yes, this is show usage. This is refresh database. We will regularly use this. Not for all dimensions. We will see. This is called currency dimension. Any notes? Yeah.
Just can you repeat input currency and reporting currency, because I lost internet connection for 5 minutes.
Input currency is something we load the data with these currencies. Reporting currency is something which we translate the data. Ultimately, we'll translate all other currencies. For example, here you see, right? Euro, INR, HKD, SGD, JPY, JBP, GBP, all these currencies will be translated to this reporting currency. That's it. A simple mechanism.
For reporting currency, we used to give transaction numbers.
Sorry, reporting currency?
So we need to define any numbers.
Yeah, for exchange rates you have to provide, right? For every month client will give you exchange rates. We have to enter those exchange rates, and when you right click and translate, all these other currencies will be translated to USD with the rate given. Okay.
Right, thank you.
Right. Any doubts in currencies? So we'll go to entity dimension now. So entity, okay. Well, when you create a blank application, you see this FCCS underscore globalizations. In HFM, it is called none, no entity. Now tell me, where do we use no entity or none entity? Where do we use none entity?
Translation.
No, not currency translation. Where do we use non-entity? Cheppalama, where do we use non-entity? Vijay garu, all old students, where do we use non-entity? Ravi garu? You all can hear my voice, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's audible.
In exchange rates, right? Not currency translation. In exchange rate grid, we use entity as none. Same thing here also. See? Here, instead of none, they have given FCCS underscore globalizations. So when you go to data, when you open the exchange rates grid here, see? Exchange rates multi-period. What is the entity taken here?
Global assumption.
Yes. Whatever the exchange rates, you can check in single period also. Here also, FCCS global exemptions. And in system defined exchange rates, system computed exchange rates, here also FCCS underscore global. So, same mechanism. It did not change for FCCS also. Okay. So, only thing is name changed. In HFM, we call it as none. and in FCCS we call it as FCCS underscore global assumption. Now the question is why they did not put none and why they put FCCS underscore global assumptions. Can anybody tell? Why they did not use the same member none? See, for example, I'll show you in here. Sorry, here. See, when you see data type none, when you go to account none, member none. When you go to entity, member none. Right? Why they did not use the same none in FCCS entity?
Automatically it creates, that's why.
No, actually, in FCCS, there should not be any duplicate member in the entire dimension. I mean, in the entire metadata. It will throw an error message. So, here in HFM, you see none for account, you see none for entity, you see none for data type, you see none for all custom dimensions, right? So, there cannot be a duplicate member in FCCS. So even alias name also, if I put the same alias name, right, in smart UI grid or in any grid, it will throw an error message. There cannot be two names. There cannot be two alias names across the dimensions. So, right, they are using their own names, FCCS underscore global assumptions, right? So they will not use none here, no product. There also they did not use word none for no product. Also they use, see, for product. What is the, sorry, not product. See, they use no product. It is grayed out. It is a system defined member. You cannot delete this. For entity, no entity. For account, see, for account there is no such account. No account, like account is mandatory. And for scenario also there is no none here. See, any one scenario is mandatory, means actual is grayed out, means system defined. Budget is we created, I can delete this. Forecast, I can delete this. Variance, I can delete this. Clear? So go to entity dimension. Everybody understood what is global assumptions, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So total geography, FCCS underscore total geography. Again, this is a system defined member. Nothing but ultimate parent. So yes, Asia, Europe, US, I created these members. So when you click on edit member, we regularly use member name, description, write down. Entity, you put a heading as entity, right? First point, FCCS underscore global assumptions is non-member used in exchange rates. You write it as similar to none in HFM, okay? FCCS underscore global assumptions is similar to none within square brackets in HFM. None in HFM, user for global, user for exchange rates. User for exchange rates. And properties, see, none, name, description, alias, table, alias. This is common for every dimension, right? Base currency, write down base currency, nothing but local currency. Base currency is equal to local currency. Base currency, local currency. Next, data storage. Always never share. Data storage, always never share. Plan type, always ignore. Plan type, always ignore. That's it. This is entity dimension. Now, what happens if I put data storage as store and my consumption plan type as edition? Right? I'm saving this one. See, store and edition. I'm saving this one. It will throw an error message in validation metadata error. So, go to how do I validate the metadata? Anybody please confirm? Please tell the steps. How do I validate the metadata?
Go to overview and under the dimensions we need to validate the metadata.
Which icon should I click now? Click on navigate, overview, click on actions,
validation.
Validate method.
validate metadata, run.
Run.
Now for entity it will show two errors. See? One is default storage should match cube and console operator should be ignored. It is clearly saying, right? So cancel this. Now go to dimensions. 1 minute. 1 minute once again. Go to navigate overview. How many errors we see? Click on actions, validate metadata, run. You see 23, right? Entity 2, right? Go to dimensions. Go to entity dimension. So what is the member we selected to that one? India, right? Yes. So I have to put this as ignore. And this one I have to put it as never share. Now I'll click on save. Now go to overview and then rerun the validate metadata. You'll see 21 errors only. So if you put any wrong attribute, right, in FCCS, yes, it will catch you.
So during these changes, no need to refresh. Huh?
No. Okay. For validating the metadata, you don't need to refresh. But for affecting, you need to refresh. Validate metadata, it's only for catching the errors only, right? Once you ensure that everything is 0, then you will refresh the database. Correct? So for each and everything, you need not refresh and then check here. Clear? So in live, how many metadata validate metadata errors should be there? In live?
0.
Zero. Literally 0. Okay. Right now, go to dimensions again, entity dimension. Now yes. Yes. So remaining this enable dynamic, we never use this. Okay. We never use this smart list and 2-pass calculation and level upper entity. We never use this. We use data storage as never share and plan type as ignore only. What is data storage? We will discuss tomorrow in account dimension. I will clearly explain you what is this never share, what is this store, what is dynamic calc, etc. Clear? Now attribute values. Yes.
So one quick question: while we are updating the metadata, is it always suggestible to kick out all the users?
Pick out all the
users. I mean logging out.
Yes, always 100%. We always put our application in admin mode while loading the metadata. Otherwise, right, they will be confused and whatever they are doing, right, it will ask to log out and log in.
But we can force it, right, sir? Instead of asking them to log out, we can do that, right?
Yes, simply no need to force. If you put your application in admin mode, only admins can log in. Remaining people, right, it will throw an error message.
Yeah.
So here attribute values, right on. Entity attribute values.
సార్ మనకంటే అడ్మిన్స్ అంటే మీరు అందరికీ అడ్మిన్ యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చారు. సో అక్కడ అప్లికేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఓన్లీ ఒకరికే ఇస్తారా సార్ అక్కడ?
ఒకరికి కానీ వెరీ ఫ్యూ పీపుల్ 2 or 3 people will have admin rights.
మరి ఇప్పుడు 3 people ఉన్నారు, 3 people 2 people వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఒక పర్సన్ మాత్రం మెటాడేటాని వ్యాలిడేట్ చేస్తుంటే అప్పుడు వాళ్ళు
అలా చేయరు. దే విల్ పుట్ ఏ ప్రాపర్ మెయిల్ బిఫోర్ లోడింగ్ ద మెటాడేటా. ఎందుకంటే metadata is something which will change your data also, which whatever the data you, for example, if you are doing some work, right, when other person loads the metadata, right,
yes, sir,
you cannot save your data 100%. It will throw you out.
Yes, sir.
Live లో ఇలా జరగదు ఎప్పుడు. Okay, even loading the metadata, they will maintain a version 1, version 2, today's date and version 1 likewise. Okay, there will be a proper change request will be there to load the metadata. పడితే అలా టక్క మనం చేసినట్టు చేయరనమాట అక్కడ. ఓకేనా? సో attribute values. What is attribute values? Write down. Entity attribute values. It is ICP, similar to ICP in HFM. It is, write down, entity attribute values. It is similar to is ICP in HFM. Second point. What is the member name? ICP underscore entity underscore yes. ICP underscore entity underscore yes. Okay. What happens if I put this one? Anybody? What happens if I put this one?
Intercompany was there in this application.
In HFM,
Intercompany partners we add.
okay, what is the result of this attribute? In HFM, if I put any entity as ICP, what happens? It will create a ICP entity, correct?
Yes, sir. ICP members.
Here also it will create an ICP. So when you go to here, when you go to your dimension, when you go to no intercompany, when you select a member, see how many intercompanies I can see here? Japan underscore ICP, India ICP, UK ICP, New York ICP, New Jersey ICP. Means here I ticked only these entities as ICP. Now come here. So cancel this. So take any entity Singapore. Here there is no Singapore, right? Yes, Singapore. Click on here and attribute values is intercompany. Yes, see. Done. Save this one. You have to refresh the database. Refresh the database. That's it. Now a intercompany entity Singapore underscore ICP will be created. Okay, there is problem in the metadata. Business rule failed to execute. See job console. So somebody has done some changes. So right open and click on error. Failed to synchronize close management metadata. So what is this? I have to do R&D. Okay, let me. I'll do that one. Okay. So now go to the dimensions. Now go to the intercompany dimension, and when you expand intercompany top, when you expand in ICP entities, you can see Singapore also. Clear? ICP underscore Singapore. So in the here I see New Jersey ICP. See here I see ICP underscore Singapore. Why? When you go to here it is alias name it is taking. Okay. See. So yes, automatically a ICP entity will be created when you tick that one. Yes. So go to entity dimension again. This is called attribute values of entity. Now UDA, put heading UDA. UDA, it is similar to UD 1, 2, 3 in HFM. It is similar to UD 1, 2, 3 in HFM. Second point, it is used for grouping of members. Second point, it is used for grouping of members. Right? So how do we use that one? Simple. Come here. Cancel this. Here I want to select all the entities. Where is my entity? I want to select all the entities. Click on member selection. So here there is a filter button, right? See? Click on this UDA and select XXX. See? Japan, India, Ireland. The same thing when you see India, I put UDA as XXX. Yes. For Japan, yes, when you click on edit button XXX. So yes, you can create n number of videos. Click on this add button. I'll write name as Ajit. I'll write the name as Ashok. Yes, wherever I attach this Ashok to all entities, right? Yes, I can always call Ashok. Automatically, all the entities associated with the Ashok will come. Clear, everyone? This is called UDA. Regularly, we use this UDA in entity dimension and account dimension. So, member formula we never use in entity dimension. We'll see it in either account or scenario dimension. Clear? This is called entity dimension. Any doubts in entity dimension? Any doubts in entity dimension? Are you clear? Right. So we'll go to data source dimension. Put heading data source dimension. So how many dimensions completed? Year dimension is completed, period dimension is completed, view dimension is completed, currency dimension is completed, entity dimension is completed. Right. So now data source. Write down. Data source. It is similar to data type in HFM. It is similar to data type in HFM. Second point. It is source of data. Example, it is source of data. Example, FDM, comma, journals, comma, calculated, comma, form. It is source of data. Example, FDM, comma, journal, comma, calculated, comma, form. So see, okay, when I expand total data source, okay, there is no total data source. It is nothing but none. Total eliminations. Here you see intercompany eliminations and partner eliminations. That is also done. So when you expand input and adjusted, here you see data input. It is nothing but we always use data input, right? Means in forms I manually enter the data. So I select data input. Whatever the data which is coming from FDM, that is called managed data. Write down. FCCS underscore data input used for manual entry in data forms. Manual entry in data forms. Manual entry in data forms. Managed data. Managed data. Data coming from FDM FDM data management. Data coming from data management. Managed data. Data coming from data management. Next, supplementary data. Data coming from supplementary data forms. Supplementary data. Data coming from supplementary data forms. Next, journal input. Journal input. Data coming from journal adjustments. Journal input. Data coming from journal adjustments. EPU. EPU, manual data entry for equity pickup. E means equity, PU means pickup, PICKUP. Manual data entry for equity pickup. Other data, literally means any other data. Other data means any other data. So what is this PeopleSoft this here? Yes, if you want to create your own data source member, yes, I created that PeopleSoft. It is possible. So, right? If you want to create your own data source member also, yes, you can create under total input and adjusted. So see, for PeopleSoft there is no FCCS underscore because I created that one. For our understanding purpose, I created that. Okay. So 1 minute. We'll go to cancel this. We'll close this one. When you right click here, is there any data source? Data underscore source. See? Here I have given you the nodes. So ad hoc analysis, console, reuse. Everything is 0. Yes, under data, under no data source, can I enter data? Yes, 100, submit data. I can enter data here. So it is rolling up to its total data source, correct? See, I can enter data. Now, intercompany eliminations. Can I enter data here? See, if I put 100 here, it will throw an error message. You can see. An error record while saving the data. It means it should automatically come from intercompany eliminations. Partner eliminations, can I enter data here? Yes, when I put 50 here, yes, submit data. See? Even I don't know what is this partner eliminations, but we have notes. Okay, you can always check that one. Right, so next data input, can I enter data? Yes, regularly we are entering, right? 100 I can enter. Manage data, yes, 200. It means it is coming from FDME. Supplementary data, yes, but you have to create a supplementary data form and then you have to deploy, then only the data will come from. Manually you cannot enter here. See, data input, yes, manage data, yes. Now when I enter some data in 333, it will throw an error message. See, means supplementary data will always come from supplementary data form. Next, journal input, can I enter data here? No, I can post a journal entry. See, 222, submit data. Again it will throw an error message. See, it means the data should come from journal entry. In journal entry chapter, we will understand how to create a journal entry in FCCS. Source entities used for security class. Okay, 1 minute, 200. I did not check this. Oh, you are able to enter data here. So, yes. Submit. So, even though if you enter data here, it will not roll up to its parent entities. Okay. So, here I'll put it as yes. Yes. Clear? So, whenever you create any entity, automatically under this data source, each and every entity, it will start with yes underscore. So, when you go to here, when you expand the source entities, you can see all the entities. See, these are used for security. We will see in security, right? You will understand how do we provide the security. Nothing but security class. In HFM, we create a security class, right? ES, EU, AS, US, same thing. So this is called a data source dimension. So can I edit the properties? Even for properties also, name, description, alias table, alias. Remaining everything is leave default. Okay, we never use this other attributes. This is called data source dimension. Any doubt in data source dimension, please ask. Even system types, right? They are used for rules only, drivers.
Hi sir, Natsma here.
Yeah.
Sir, ఇది మనం ప్లాన్ టైప్ ఇందాక ప్రీవియస్ డైమెన్షన్ లో ఇగ్నోర్ అని పెట్టాం కదా,
అవును,
ఎంటిటీ డైమెన్షన్ లో.
ఎస్, ఇగ్నోర్.
ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక చూసాను, ఇక్కడ అది అడిషన్స్ అని పెట్టారు కదా, దానికి.
సో I'll tell you in product dimension, right? We'll discuss plant types. See, I have created a grid for that one. So where is console prod? See what happens if we put addition, what happens, we'll discuss that. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss this. ప్లాన్ టైప్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఎందుకు వాడతాం అనేది రేపు అర్థమైంది మీకు. ఓకే, టుమారో యూ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్. As of now, that we don't use it for data source. Okay, by default, whatever is there, we will leave it. So data input, when you click on this one, right? What is the? It is edition grayed out. See. So for PeopleSoft, since I created this member, right? By default, it is coming as edition. I left it. We never use that for data source dimension. For data source dimension, we never even create a separate member also. But here, for trail and error purpose, I created this for our knowledge.
Okay.
So, for example, for you are using a data input. Data input is a particular member, right? Means generic member, right? So you have PeopleSoft, you have Oracle Financials, you have some SAP, etc. You want to clear cut difference between these three for manual data entry. Yes, I created this one. Yes, PeopleSoft, you can always enter the data also. See here. So right click data source. Where is PeopleSoft? Yes, PeopleSoft, I can enter data. 111. Now come submit data. See, I can enter. Clear? This is called data source dimension. So,
Sir, what is EPU?
Equity pickup.
Okay, where? What is the purpose of that?
Equity pickup is something for calculating our equity. Ownership data, right? Equity pickup. There is a separate concept called equity pickup.
Sir, in HFM, we have holding company now, sir.
Correct. Yeah.
So, similar to this EPU.
EPU, yes.
And one more thing also, sir. Switch type for close, switch sign for flow ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్ అక్కడ.
అవును.
సో అది ఇక్కడ లేదు సార్, అది asset become liability.
I told you, right? Yes, that they have removed that. There is no need of switch type, switch sign and switch type. Okay. Because we never use that, right? Not even one time, right? Then yes. Whatever I told we never use in HFM, all those are removed here.
Okay.
So any doubt? Adagandama, please ask doubts. Everyone, are you following?
Sir, this driver source and sir.
The driver source, they are used for they will be using it in rules. It is grayed out. You cannot even delete that one. Okay.
Sir, ఇది డేటా సోర్స్ లో గ్రిడ్ పెట్టారు కదా సార్, అది ఒకసారి చూపెట్టారు.
ఎస్.
ఇక్కడ పార్ట్నర్ ఎలిమినేషన్ ఒకటి, ఇంటర్ కంపెనీ ఎలిమినేషన్ ఉంది సార్, రెండిట్లో డిఫరెన్స్.
పార్ట్నర్ ఎలిమినేషన్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఇంటర్ కంపెనీ ఎలిమినేషన్ లాగే, if you are using a joint venture, there will be some partner eliminations. Adanamata. See, even I don't know what it is exactly, but I have gathered the notes for that one. See, partner eliminations. This is the notes. Okay. You have to create a rules for this one. So it's a very, very recent concept. In last year, it was not there. Okay.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒరాకిల్కి పార్ట్నర్స్ కింద డెలైట్ అలాగా ఉన్నారు కదా సార్, అప్పుడు అనప్లాన్కి డెలైట్ అని ఇలా పార్ట్నర్.
అది కాదు. ఇప్పుడు సబ్సిడరీ మీన్స్ 51% షేర్ హోల్డింగ్, కరెక్ట్?
ఎస్ సార్.
సో యు ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ఏ జాయింట్ వెంచర్ విత్ సమ్ అదర్ కంపెనీ విత్ ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్నర్షిప్, 50-50 పార్ట్నర్షిప్, దెన్ దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ పార్ట్నర్షిప్. ఓకే. Those type of we never face in live, but yes, there is a concept. Even in HFM also, joint venture concept is there.
డిఫాల్ట్గా అది డైనమిక్ క్యాల్క్ వస్తుందా సార్? అంటే డిఫాల్ట్గా మీరు స్టోర్
for all ratios, right? See, when you open the account dimension, I did not create any ratios, but you see all the ratios already came. Leverage, liquidity ratios, yes, asset management ratios, see, profitability ratios, leverage ratios, all right, inbuilt. You need not create a separate formula for this one.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll discuss product dimension, and then we'll go to account dimension or scenario dimension. Okay. So account dimension will take a lot of time. Complete one day we'll discuss account only, because that is main thing. Any doubts? Karaganama, please.
సార్ అకౌంట్ డైమెన్షన్ లో వాలిడేషన్ అకౌంట్ ఉంటుందా సార్?
Validation account, no, because they have given one account called OOB, out of balance. Validation account, I guess no. లేదు. If you want, you can create 100%.
ఓకే ఓకే
సార్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ సార్, సార్ FCCS మెడ్డేటా నుంచి ఎలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ జరిగే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంది సార్?
ఇవన్నీ అడిగేస్తారు. ప్రాపర్టీస్, డేటా స్టోరేజ్ ప్రాపర్టీ అండ్ ప్లాన్ టైప్, ఇగ్నోర్, నెవర్, రైట్, ఎడిషన్, సబ్ట్రాక్షన్, అండ్ దెన్ ఇంకా ఇవి అడుగుతారు. I'll explain each and everything. I have created each and every grid, right?
Yes, sir.
So all these system defined numbers, you know, you don't need to worry.
Okay, sir.
But whereas the account dimension, movement dimension, yes, you have to understand the concept. And consolidation dimension also, you have to understand the concept.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Inka, any doubts? Still we have 3 minutes time. So are we good? Tomorrow we'll continue with product dimension, and then consolidation dimension, and then we'll go to account dimension, scenario dimension, and then account dimension. Okay.
Okay.
So when compared to HFM, FCCS metadata is very easy. I told you, right? All the properties are same for all dimensions. Only thing is it matters only whether we use it or not in that particular dimension. That's it.
సార్ ఫార్మ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయగలం సార్ స్మార్ట్ వ్యూ యూజ్ చేసి?
స్మార్ట్ వ్యూ యూజ్ చేసి ఫామా?
అవును సార్.
చేయలేమనుకుంటా. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ షూర్ అబౌట్ దట్. మీరు ట్రై చేశారా?
అంటే ఎలా చేయాలో ట్రై చేయలేదు. అంటే
లేదనుకుంటా, బికాజ్ యూ కెనాట్ సేవ్ ఇట్ ఎస్ స్మార్ట్ సైజ్ హియర్. సేవ్ ఎస్ స్మార్ట్ ఫామ్. ఎస్, ఐ గెస్. ఎస్ సార్, చేయొచ్చు సార్. ఆగండి, ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి. ఇప్పుడే రైట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్, గో టు స్మార్ట్ వ్యూ, సారీ, క్లిక్ ఆన్ కనెక్షన్స్, FCCS, yes. So click on smart slice. Okay, click on ad hoc analysis. So it is grayed out. Why? Query, yes. If you click on query designer, లేదు సార్, ఇది ఆప్షన్ ఇవ్వలేదు. ఇది ఎందుకు ఇవ్వలేదు ఇక్కడ, సేవ్ ఎస్ స్మార్ట్ ఫామ్ అని? ఓకే, వీ హావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ దిస్. సేవ్ ఎస్ గ్రిడ్ అండ్ సేవ్ ఎస్ స్మార్ట్ ఫామ్. నేను కనుక్కుంటాను సార్. ఐ విల్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ వై ఇట్ ఈస్ గ్రేడ్ అవుట్. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
సో వెన్ యూ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఫామ్ సెట్, నో, దేర్ ఇస్ నో సచ్ థింగ్. సో అట్రిబ్యూట్ డైమెన్షన్స్ లైబ్రరీ, నో.
సార్ FCCS ఫామ్స్లో సార్ సార్ స్క్రిప్టింగ్ ఆప్షన్ లేదు కదా సార్?
There is no scripting option in FCCS forms.
Yes, sir.
So here also I don't see that option, save as forms, smart form. Okay, I'll find out why it is grayed out. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So done for the day. Tomorrow we'll continue with product dimension and then scenario, and then we'll go to account dimension. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Done.
Okay, sir.